The next question left to discuss through these videos is question number 6 of part A of paper 2 of the model paper. It belongs to the lesson trigonometry, which is within the theme of measurements in the mathematics syllabus for O level. The question is like this: a man observes the top of a vertical tower AB at an angle of elevation 32 degrees 40 minutes from a point P at a distance 25 meters from the foot B of the tower. Find the height of the tower. Next part is one end of a 15-meter long wire is tied to the tower at a point D, which is 10 meters above the foot of the tower, and the other end is tied to a point E, which is right opposite to the side that P is located. Find the angle formed by the wire and the horizontal ground. So here, first of all, we have to draw a rough sketch to include this information given in the problem. So here a tower is there, it is perpendicular to the horizontal ground. From a point of observation P, when you see the top of the tower, the angle of elevation formed as 32 degrees and 40 minutes. So the diagram, and another part is there for the diagram. D is a point 10 meters above the foot of the tower, and the wire is tied to that point, and the other end of the wire, that is 50 meter long, is tied to a point E, which is right opposite to P of the ground. We are asked to find two things in this problem. One is to find the height of the tower. Now, for that purpose, we have to consider the triangle APB. APB is a right angle triangle. One magnitude of one acute angle is given, that is 30 degrees and 40 minutes. The length of PB given, PB is the adjacent side to the given angle. We have to find the height of the tower, that is AB, if we take it as H. H is the opposite side to the given acute angle. So we have to find the trigonometric ratio which contains the opposite side and the adjacent side of a right angle triangle. So it is tan. So we can form an equation like this: opposite side divided by adjacent side, h divided by 25 is equal to tan 32 and 40 minutes. Now here the value of tan 32 degrees and 40 minutes we have to find from the trigonometrical table. From the table, when you get the value, you get 0.6411. From the table you have to take this one, you know how to take it. And then the equation will be h upon 25 equals 0.6411. So then we can remove this 25, then we get h equals 25 times 0.6411. So to find this h, we have to multiply these two. We can use the knowledge of logarithms to find the sum product of these two numbers. So we can write this normal the expression written in the normal notation into log notation like this. Log h equals log 25 plus log 0.6411. So then what happens when you convert it into log notation? The multiplication sign changes as addition sign, and all are logs. Now, using the log table, we can find the value of log 25 and log 0.6411. So then we get the expression as 1.3979 plus bar 1.8070. When you add those two values, you get 1.2049. So these values we have to get from the log table. Then to find h, we have to find the anti-log of 1.2049. Then for that one also you have to see the use the log table. You get 16.13. Now from the log table you get only 1603, only the digits, and according to this whole number part of the logarithm, we have to decide at what place we have to mark the decimal point. So we can now here the whole number part is 1. That means if the logarithm is 1 point something, the number must be greater than to 10 to the power 1, that is 10, and less than to 100. So if the number is greater than 10 and less than 100, you have to leave 2 digits in the number for the whole number part, and the rest must be the decimal part. That is why we have put this, we have marked this decimal point in between 6 and 0. So therefore the value is 16.303, and we have to find the height of the tower to the nearest meter. So we have to round off this value to nearest whole number. That we have to think about this 03, that part we have to remove. The first digit we have to remove. In the removing part is 0, it is less than 5, therefore we remove that pattern and write only 16. If the removing part is the first digit is 5 or more than 5, then we have to remove in that part, we have to add 1 to the remaining part. So it becomes 17, but here only we have to remove 03 and leave 16 as the value when you round off 16.03. So the value is, answer is 16 meters, that is the height of the tower. Now let us see how to work out part B of the question. It is one end of a 15-meter long wire is tied to the tower at a point D, which is 10 meters above the foot of the tower, and the other end is tied to a point E, which is right opposite to the side that P is located. Find the angle formed by the wire and the horizontal ground. Now in our diagram, that part is indicated as the point 10 meters above the tower is D, and the point opposite to P is E, and the triangle is DBE, that is also a right angle triangle. D is given as 15 meters, that is the hypotenuse of the triangle, and BD is 10 meters, and we have to find the angle DEB. We have assigned value, unknown value as x. So x is the value or the magnitude we have to find. That is the size of the angle. So here the opposite side is given and the hypotenuse is given. The ratio between the opposite side and the hypotenuse in trigonometry is given as sine. So here we have to use sine ratio. So we can write the first equation as sine x equals 10 upon 15. 10 is the opposite side, 15 is the hypotenuse. So when you simplify it, we get 0.6667 to the, if you round it off to the 4 decimal places. Now, to find x, what we have to do is to use the trigonometric table of natural science and see what is the angle related to the ratio 0.6667. So when you see the trigonometric table of natural science, we will see the value is 41 degrees and 49 minutes. Just like we see the anti-log in the log table, we have to see the it is just like anti-sine. We don't say it anti-sine, but we say it as sine inverse. So we have to see in which place this 0.6667 is given, indicated. Then the angle and the angle in degrees and minutes we can find from the sine table. So it is the value we can get from the sine table is 41 degrees and 49 minutes. So this is the value of the angle which is indicated by x. So we can write the answer as the magnitude of the angle formed by the wire and the horizontal ground equals 41 degrees and 49 minutes. So this is the answer for the second part. It is not so difficult. In this trigonometry problems given in the GCE O level paper, the maximum level of knowledge in the paper they expect is only the level we have indicated in this question, that is using one right angle triangle you have to find the length of one side, while the angle size of an angle and length of another side is given. You have to find the length of another side, that was in the part A. There angle was given as 32 degrees and 40 minutes, and one side is given 25 meters. We have to find the length of AB, or the height of the tower. So that is one part. And the other part, using another right angle triangle, we have to find the lengths of two sides are given. We have to find the magnitude of an angle. So this is the maximum level of knowledge you have to use to work out the problem in GCE O level paper. So if you can work out a number of this type of questions, then you will be well armed with the skills to work out correctly in the government paper also. Now we will see the question number 7. It is the frequency distribution shows the marks obtained by 40 students for a competency test. The distribution is given with marks and number of students. You can see it. Part 1, how many students have obtained marks above 147? Part 2, What is the model class of the distribution? Part 3. Find the mean mark obtained by a student. So you can try this question, and we will see with the next video. Then we can see whether your answer is correct or wrong, and you can learn something if they are new.